Hi, it's Miss Amir, and seeing as how we're all stuck at home, I wanted to give you and practice a skill that we've been working on, but in a way that lets you really hear what you need to be aiming for at home. So obviously, I'm doing this, on my cell phone, and most of you, the tech that you have comes out of your phone or your computer. We don't have all the bells and whistles of a professional studio. So I thought, why not use what's already out there in professional studios? So today, this lesson is going to be talking about how to work on our forward extensions. And in effort to do that, we are going to be utilizing a song that is very popular right now, Dance Monkey, and getting our listening ears turned on so that we can extend up to the right height. We're going to start with the very first set of 4 notes in Dance Monkey. This set of 4 notes repeats over and over and over again. And if you practice playing along with the recording, it's going to make sure that you're working your intonation. Our very first note is Fis or F sharp, D, then E, all played on the D string, and then we've got to move to a C sharp, and that's where we're going to have our extension. So on cello, the extensions are a little bit different. You're going to extend forward, that means in pitch, so it's going to sound higher when you move your hand closer to the bridge. You're going to move your whole hand, except for your first finger, a half step higher. What that's going to allow you to do is catch an extra half step worth of notes with that 4th finger, and your 2nd finger is going to play the F sharp. It used to be played with your 3rd finger, but now we're going to play with our 2nd finger because of the extension. So we're going to start with our 2nd finger F sharp, then open D, 1st finger E, and then 4th finger C sharp. When you get comfortable playing those 4 notes, then you can move to a steady 8th note rhythm. After you're comfortable with that, you can start going to the rhythm that they really use in the song, which is 1 take 2 take 3 take 4 to 1 take 2 take 3 take 4 to 1 to 2, like this. Like that. So here's my violin. First thing I want to do is find my F sharp, then my open D, then 1st finger E. Now the C sharp, you can't play it in a regular 2-3 pattern like we've been learning in 6th grade. You have to move to what we call a 3-4 pattern, where your 3rd finger is going to stretch up an extra half step so that we can play the C sharp. And you're going to make sure that you're listening in with the recording while you play that. Start by playing just those 4 quarter notes in order with that backing track, even though it has a different rhythm. Then when you feel comfortable getting those notes in time with the recording, then start to add the beats that they are using for their rhythm. And if you play it that way, you can play it over and over and over again and be practicing your extension. Hey, this is my viola. I'm going to play this the same way that I would have played it on a violin, except obviously viola is a little bit larger and the strings are over 1. So we'll start on our F sharp, then an open D, 1st finger E, then your high 3 C sharp. So you've got to reach forward. Start with those 4 notes. a steady eighth note pattern behind them. So it'll be almost like what it sounds like in the recording. Once you feel comfortable with that, you can start adding a different rhythm, and you can hear it in the recording. When they move from one note to the next, the very last note of the F sharp is short when it moves into the D, and the very last note of the D is short when it moves onto the E, and so on and so forth. So if you're listening to it, it sounds more like this. When you play Dance Monkey in thirds, that's when the basses get to practice some of their extensions. Instead of doing a forward extension, they're going to be doing a backward extension to this, the G sharp. So basses, you'll play the A first finger on the G, fourth finger F sharp. You'll have to shift back to half position. Play a low first finger for the G sharp, and then you can either stay there and play a second finger for the E, or you can practice shifting back up to a first finger E. There's a lot of ways you can practice using this song. Playing Dance Monkey on bass, those first four notes are really easy to access. You've got your F sharp, open D, first finger E, and then your fourth finger C sharp is just on the A string. The real fun comes when you play the second part of Dance Monkey along with it. So in order to build up some of the chord, this is an activity you can do with another family member that plays music in your house. You'll play the second line of Dance Monkey starting on first finger A on the G, going to a fourth finger F sharp on the D, then first finger G sharp on the G, and then second finger E, or you could shift to play that same note with your first finger. After you've got a good foundation for how that sounds, you can start playing it with a steady eighth note count. And once you're comfortable with that, you can start playing it with the rhythm that they use in the piece. If you're in a house that has multiple musicians, try playing this at the same time so that you can go all the way through the song together, practicing your steady beat keeping and practicing your intonation. Hope you have fun practicing your extensions, playing hopefully with a friend, and practicing your steady beat keeping at home with Dance Monkey. Thanks, guys.